The time you spend on here, roaming around, getting because at the end of the day, pata you get $10. How much is $10? What would that do for you? Sure, you understand? Instead of you wasting time on here, why can't you go and look for something to do? Go and look for a trade. Go and look for something. And you too, you can. I mean, everybody has a talent. I always say to people, we all have a God given talent. Even if you don't go to school, you don't have money to learn a trade, there is something God has put in you that you get, like, as a value that you can give to the community. Instead of you going, going about begging, turn on your camera. Since you have data to come on TT, turn on your camera and start giving people value. They will come and gift you instead of wasting time. And through that, you will also learn. You will also improve yourself. Me, I'm not like this. I'm not talking person like this. I used to be a very reserved person. It's social media that made me to be a talkative. And I see that I'm getting better in, coming out, expressing myself. It's something I never used to do, but social media made me to now develop that part of me. So we can develop ourselves even on the social media. Visit pages that you know you will get value from and use that to practice. Then you come out, open your camera, and start giving people value. Thank you.
I'm seeing the topic here, spouse, family, and friends, but I've not really heard so many things about friends. I'm just saying about family and family and family, just to tell you how bad, how we will take advantage of each other or exploit each other when we think that we can. It just, I wouldn't call it human nature. I would just say it's bad people's nature. And then I would still say, would I say, luckily for me, I don't really have I know people get useless siblings, and then even the ones I have, you know how to put you in your place, especially as far as I'm concerned. As far as I'm concerned, nobody can be entitled to what I have, including my children. You're not entitled. You should appreciate what anybody gives to you. If I give you anything, no matter how little or big, you should appreciate it. So, but I would just have to like give this story about one of my siblings. Uh, I think the main problem with her is that she didn't grow up with us. My parents raised us in such a way that somebody have mentioned it before. You have to really cut your coat according to your clothes. Even if you're hungry, my parents we were poor. We were actually not poor. Scratch that. We were wretched. Like if we do not, if you don't get scholarship in school, you may not be able to go next year. It was that bad. But it wasn't because they were not working hard, it was because of the situation that they had. And they tried as much as possible to provide for us at least food. But even on that, despite that situation, you can never, they not born you will accept something from another person when they don't know. That day is their end. They know that they have not born you. So the first virtue that they instilled in us was contentment. You must be contented with what you have, no matter how little, no matter how big, and if you don't have any at all, you have to be contented with having nothing. So we are raised like that, and that's the reason why that up until today we were six, or we are six, and then but five, one person left when she was quite young, and then the remaining five were raised by our parents, and up until today, it, somebody might, one of us might have a business that he makes like 2,000 naira per day or 3,000 naira per day, but at the end of the year
Igbo class,
he or she is doing one massive
return that
project that you're
video and
asking,
don't
where are
let
you
me see
getting
your
the
hand
money
near
from?
it again unless
Because
I
even
tell you
from
that.
that little or nothing that the person is able to make from that his business, still able to manage him or herself and save up and do something reasonable, and you still see the person look so good outside that you don't know what happens closed doors. So this my sister that wasn't actually raised with us. She left all this come and help me and take care of my children's situation that normally happens in Nigeria. Then they will take you from village and send you to Lagos or Abuja, one of these big cities, to help one auntie to take care of her children. And her own mindset was totally different. And apparently she came back so entitled, selfish, and as greedy as anything you can think of. And when she returned, everybody, every one of us is a graduate aside her. So when she returned, we asked her then, she returned after my dad passed. And you were like, okay, you're not going back, you're already an adult now, you're like 20 something years. Why are you still going to somebody else's house to
The
go and
mommy,
do? You have to
you
focus
guys
on
should
your
go and
life
do
now. You're old
pepper now.
enough, you have to
It
build
is
your life
hot.
and all that. And then we were
The
like, okay,
pepper
what
that
do you want
Jordan
to
brought you.
do? Your studies, you finished in secondary school. What do you want to do? Do you want to go to university? Do you want to learn a trade or something? And she was like, oh, she doesn't want to go to university. She wants to learn a trade. They're like, okay, which trade do you want to learn? Which skill do you want to learn? She said what she wanted to learn.
Jason, you
Everybody
guys should go and
contributed
do the
money.
pepper.
We set her up, sent her to the school to go and
Divide
learn
it and two of you to cut it.
what she wanted to learn so
Cut
that she
your
can be able
own.
to
Let
fend
it
for
cut.
herself.
Oh
And
yeah, bring it.
the school that was supposed to last for
Don't as
like
you are coming, don't shout here.
1 year and 6 months to learn this trade successfully, she stopped
Jesus.
at the 4th month and said that she has learned everything that she needed to learn. So the rest of the money that was paid for her to acquire this knowledge, they were wasted. Okay, everybody just overlooked that. Okay, you said you have learned what you want to learn, or start what you need to start now. So she need materials. We still spent money, nothing close to 1 million naira to get the things she needed for her to start up this business and trade. And she started, and she was actually hardworking. She was doing well, but you will never see anything. You never see any proceed of that money. It was just like the last speaker that just finished saying something, and everybody was saying, "Oh, you have to forgive your sister. You have to forgive your sister." Virtually everything that she was making was going into another man's life. And before you know what was happening, she was already pregnant out of wedlock. You see, and she got pregnant. The person that she got pregnant by abandoned her and denied the baby because he was a married man. You see the pattern. So all these things were happening. Everybody was just really visually upset. What is going on with you? What is wrong with you? You had everything you needed. We visually did not have the kind of opportunity that you had growing up. But look at what you're doing with your life. Okay. Everybody was like, okay, it's your blood. My aunt, everybody put in their mouth, the extended family. We will not abandon her. Everybody, people have to forgive and forget. We forgave and we forgot. And everybody put hand to take care of the pregnancy when the baby was born, to take care of the baby, to start raising the baby and all that. As this was happening, Auntie, what do you want to do now? Shebi, you don't learn your lesson now. Auntie said that she have learned her lesson. Okay, since you have learned your lesson now, as everybody is helping you now, you have to find something you have to do with your life. We all sit it around. Put money together. This was when I finished my NYSC. Do you know what it means to be pro NYSC? You never even know your left from your right. Especially when you finish NYSC without anything. You don't even know. Your father not be anybody. You go just start with the hustle from the beginning. From nothing. So, what do you want to do now? We all have to put money together to set up after she had the baby. We are taking care of the baby. We are taking care of you. Right. That one was happening. When the baby was like 2 or 3 years. She kept on doing her business. She was making money, but you will not see this
Just
money.
remove it. We are
Like,
arranging it.
she's so selfish that even if you come back to the house, because it happened that everybody have left the house, people that went to school, and there's some people that have already got married. So she was basically the person living in our father's house. So you will come back to the house, you will not even see food to eat. You will not see, and you will tell her that you're coming, but you will not see something to even eat. And we are 6 siblings. We have only one brother. And this brother is like the father, and he was the person that took care of everybody. So imagine that it was so bad that even
because somebody has come and ask you for 5 naira doesn't mean that you should give the person that whole 5 naira, because you don't want to create a wrong impression to that person. So in as much as some of our parents might have made a mistake with us, I think that the only way going forward is to ensure that this cycle does not continue with our children. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day, and what I was saying to her was that it's as if life was a bit easier in our parents' time than it is now. Now life is, things are really, 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 really tough, and nobody can be affording to be giving out handouts every single time. It's almost impossible. So you have to learn to look out for yourself. There was a lady that posted something on social media a while ago. She and her husband, they always help families. So one day they decided to do a test on family and to tell them that, they just lost their job, blah blah blah, everything, you don't have any money. And nobody, they just asked for very little amount of money, And what most of the family members are saying, that how come you don't have money? That when you saving your money, you're just spending your money, you're saving your money. That what do you mean by you don't have any money? And I was only one person that offered to help with some money, but the rest of them refused to help. And then that was what opened their eyes to see that look, these people, they are only looking out for themselves. If we ever are in need, nobody's going to help us. And from then on, they just cut everything off. So me, I don't believe in and then another thing I was also going to say is that when you know that you are of marriageable age, like you are looking to get married, that's when you need to start setting your boundaries with your family members. The things you need to used to do to them, used to do for them before, you need to start cutting it. Why? Because you're about to take on a family, and that family needs your 100% attention. So you cannot, your immediate family or the family that you come from is no longer going to be your priority. So you need to start setting those boundaries in even before you get married, so that you won't get married and somebody will now come and say, oh, it's because of the wife, or oh, it's because of the husband that that this person is no longer helping anymore. They'll know that, oh, this person has gradually been setting these boundaries for some time.